Welcome back, coin collectors, treasure hunters, and rare coin enthusiasts. In today's thrilling and educational video, we are about to uncover the mysterious journey, fascinating minting process, and the hidden value of one of the most overlooked coins in American coinage history. The 1977 no-mint Mark Jefferson 5-cent nickel coin. This is not just a coin, it is a window into history and a ticket to potentially life-changing money, as one of these rare coins has recently shocked collectors by selling for a staggering $93,827. That's right, over $93,000 for a nickel that once sat quietly in everyday circulation. So grab your magnifying glasses and coin folders, because we're diving deep into the world of the 1977 no-mint Mark Jefferson nickel. Let's begin with the history. The Jefferson nickel series began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by sculptor Felix Schlag, the coin features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his iconic home, Monticello, on the reverse. The design remained mostly unchanged for decades, becoming one of the most recognized and widely used coins in American pockets, purses, and piggy banks. In the year 1977, the United States Mint produced Jefferson nickels at multiple facilities, including the Philadelphia Mint, Denver Mint, and San Francisco Mint. However, only coins from the Denver and San Francisco mints bore their respective mint marks, D and S. Coins minted in Philadelphia at that time did not carry any mint mark. That's where our focus lands. The 1977 no-mint Mark Jefferson nickel, struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Now you might be wondering, if Philadelphia nickels had no mint mark back then, why is this specific coin so special? The answer lies not only in its origin, but in its condition, rarity, and unique collector appeal. Most nickels from 1977 were used in everyday transactions and suffered from wear and tear over the years. However, an extremely small number of them survived in pristine, uncirculated condition, making them rare gems among seasoned collectors. What makes the 1977 no-mint Mark 5-cent coin worth an eye-watering $93,827 is the combination of flawless preservation, dramatic luster, and full steps on Monticello, a grading detail that indicates that every step of the building on the reverse side is sharply struck and clearly visible. These full-step nickels are a prized feature in Jefferson nickel collecting, and coins with them can fetch enormous premiums. But there's more to this coin's value than just its condition. Numismatists and high-end collectors constantly seek out low-population coins, coins that exist in very small numbers in the highest grades. According to professional grading services like PCGS and NGC, only a handful of 1977 Jefferson nickels without a mint mark have ever been graded in MS67 or higher with full steps. That tiny population, combined with growing demand, sends the value of these coins skyrocketing. One such coin made headlines at a prestigious auction house when it sold for $93,827. This was no ordinary sale. It caught the attention of elite collectors across the nation, signaling that even modern-era coins, when rare and in perfect condition, could rival the prices of gold and silver classics. The coin was encapsulated and certified by PCGS as MS67FS, meaning Mint State 67 with full steps, and the intense bidding war that followed pushed its final price to that stunning figure. Collectors should also be on the lookout for any other error varieties or die anomalies from the 1977 Jefferson nickel series. While no official double dies or major errors are confirmed for this specific year, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and strike-through errors can all increase a coin's desirability and market value substantially. So what should you do if you believe you have a 1977 no-mint Mark nickel in your collection or change jar? First, examine it under strong lighting with a magnifier. Look for minimal contact marks, bold details, and especially examine the steps of Monticello on the reverse. If you count 5 or 6 clearly defined steps with no interruptions, you may have a full-step nickel. Next, check the coin's overall eye appeal and luster. Coins that look like they were just minted yesterday are your best chance at achieving a high grade. If your coin passes all these checks, the next step is to have it professionally graded. Both PCGS and NGC are industry leaders in coin authentication and grading, and a certified grade can open the doors to high-stakes auctions and elite buyers. Even if your coin is not worth tens of thousands of dollars, a high-grade example could still be valued in the hundreds or thousands, depending on demand and rarity. This coin story is a powerful reminder that value can often be hiding in plain sight. A coin once worth just 5 cents can turn into a nearly $100,000 treasure simply through survival, condition, and rarity. It's stories like this that fuel the passion of numismatists across the globe and prove that the hunt is never over. So the next time you receive change from a store, or you dig through that old jar of coins sitting in your kitchen drawer, pay attention to the nickels. Look closely at the year. If you see 1977 and no mint mark, don't spend it. Hold on to it. Check the condition. It just might be your lucky day. Thank you for watching and joining us on this incredible journey through the history and hidden fortune of the 1977 no mint mark Jefferson 5-cent nickel coin. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more amazing rare coin stories, and share this with fellow coin lovers so they don't miss out on the treasure that might be hiding right under their noses. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and who knows, the next $1 million coin could be right in your pocket. Welcome back to our channel where we uncover the secret treasures hiding in your coin jars, pocket change, and old collections. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating story of the 1980 D. Jefferson 5-cent nickel coin. If you have one of these coins lying around, you might be sitting on a small fortune. This unassuming 5-cent nickel minted in Denver could be worth up to $81,362, and we're going to show you exactly why. Let's begin with the origins of the Jefferson nickel itself. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938 to replace the Buffalo nickel, and it features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, designed by Felix Schlag. Schlag's design was simple yet elegant, with Jefferson's Monticello home depicted on the reverse side. These nickels have been a staple of American coinage ever since, with billions minted over the decades. Now let's focus on the year 1980. By this time, the Jefferson nickel had already been in circulation for over 40 years, but in 1980, something changed. The United States Mint at Denver struck millions of 5-cent coins that year, marked with the letter D to indicate their place of origin. While most of these coins were released into general circulation and remain common even today, a small number of these 1980 D nickels exhibit exceptional qualities that make them worth a fortune. What makes the 1980 D nickels so special and valuable? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and error variations. While millions were produced, only a few were struck with such perfection that they earned a high grade from professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. Coins that grade MS-67 or higher are incredibly scarce and command premium prices in the collector's market. These coins show full steps on Monticello, crisp detail in Jefferson's hair and face, and absolutely no scratches or wear marks. Additionally, some rare errors and varieties have been discovered among 1980 D nickels, including double dies, off-center strikes, and die clashes. These error coins are incredibly desirable among collectors because they are like minting accidents frozen in time. If you find a 1980 D nickel with any unusual features or anomalies, it is worth having it evaluated by a professional. Let's talk about the coin's composition and physical features. The 1980 D. Jefferson nickel is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel. It weighs 5 grams and has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters. The edge of the coin is smooth, and the obverse displays the familiar profile of Jefferson, with the inscriptions "In God We Trust" and "Liberty" followed by the date 1980. The D mint mark is located to the right of Jefferson's ponytail. Now here's where things get really exciting. While the average circulated 1980 D nickel is only worth its face value of 5 cents, High-grade examples have been known to sell for thousands of dollars at auction. In a recent auction, an ultra-high-grade 1980 D nickel sold for an astonishing $81,362. This coin was perfectly preserved, with flawless surfaces, and received a top-tier grade from PCGS. So, how can you tell if your 1980 D nickel is worth a lot of money? First, check the coin for its mint mark. Make sure it has the letter D on the obverse side. Next, examine the overall condition. Look at Jefferson's face, the clarity of the inscriptions, and the reverse side of Monticello. If you see full steps on the building and no signs of wear, you may have a high-grade coin. Use a magnifying glass to look for doubling or unusual marks that could indicate an error coin. If you believe you have a rare or high-grade 1980 D nickel, it's crucial to get it graded by a reputable service. PCGS and NGC are the two most recognized grading companies in the numismatic world. Once graded, your coin will be encapsulated in a protective case with a label that states its grade and authentication. This greatly increases its market value and makes it easier to sell at auctions or to private collectors. Selling your valuable 1980 D nickel can be done through several avenues. Online platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and Great Collections offer excellent marketplaces where coin enthusiasts are actively looking to buy rare specimens. You can also contact local coin dealers or attend numismatic shows where experts can provide immediate feedback and offers. Before you sell, always do your homework. Compare prices, check recent auction results, and understand the fees involved with selling through different platforms. Make sure your coin is presented in the best possible light, with clear photos and a detailed description of its condition and grading information. To conclude, the 1980 D Jefferson 5-cent nickel may look like any ordinary coin, but in pristine condition or with rare errors, it can be worth a small fortune. With a current market value reaching up to $81,362 for top-grade examples, this is a coin you absolutely must check your collection for. Who knows, you might be holding one of the rarest and most valuable nickels ever made. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another rare coin update. Drop a comment below if you think you have a valuable 1980 D nickel or any questions about coins in your collection. Until next time, keep hunting and happy collecting. Welcome back to another exciting and eye-opening episode for all coin lovers, collectors, and investors. Today's journey is going to take you into the remarkable story and hidden treasure of the 1990 D Mint Mark 5-cent nickel coin. Yes, you heard that right. The 1990 Denver minted Jefferson nickel, a coin that many people overlook or discard without a second glance, could actually be worth a jaw-dropping $73,654. Get ready to learn everything from its origin, history, and design to the astonishing value it commands in today's rare coin market. Let's begin our story in the year 1990, a time when the United States Mint in Denver was busy producing millions of coins for general circulation. Among these coins was the 5-cent nickel featuring the iconic image of Thomas Jefferson. But what makes the 1990 D Mint Mark nickel stand out from the rest? Why are collectors desperately searching for this coin? And how can one small piece of metal become a life-changing treasure? First, let's talk about the design. The obverse, or front side, of the 1990 D Jefferson nickel features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. His profile is dignified and calm, facing left, with the words "In God We Trust" arched along the left side. To the right of his image, you'll see the word Liberty followed by the date 1990, and just below that is the letter D, indicating that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. Now flipping over to the reverse or back side of the coin, we see Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia estate, centered boldly in the middle. Above it reads the word E pluribus unum, which means out of many, one. Beneath Monticello is the word Monticello itself, followed by the denomination 5 cents, and at the very bottom, the words United States of America, so far, It may sound like just another nickel, right? But here's where things start to get very interesting. While the Denver Mint struck over 500 million nickels in 1990, only a very small number of them had near-perfect striking conditions, rare die varieties, and exceptional mint errors. Some coins were misaligned, double-struck, or even featured off-center designs. These unique attributes can catapult the value of the coin from 5 cents to tens of thousands of dollars. Let's talk about condition. One of the most critical factors that influence the value of a coin is its grade. A coin that has never been in circulation, has full luster, sharp details, and no visible wear is considered to be in mint state condition. These coins are graded on a scale from MS60 to MS70, with MS70 being perfect. The 1990D nickel that recently sold for over $73,000 was a mint state 68 example, one of the highest grades ever recorded for this date and mint mark. Now, let's explore the market rarity and collector interest. Because most people don't pay attention to common coins like nickels, very few pristine examples were saved when they were originally released. Over time, as nickels were used in vending machines, pocket change, and everyday transactions, most of them got scratched, worn down, and lost their value to collectors. That's what makes a perfect or nearly perfect 1990D nickel so desirable. It's like finding a needle in a haystack, and there's more. Some rare die varieties exist for the 1990D nickel. Experts have identified examples with double die obverse, repunched mint marks, and other fascinating errors that only trained eyes or magnification tools can spot. If you come across a coin with a slightly different appearance in the lettering, spacing, or striking, you may be holding a hidden gem worth thousands. Let's now move into real-world numbers. According to recent auctions and certified grading reports, the most valuable 1990D nickel ever sold reached a final auction price of $73,654. That is not an estimate, that is a confirmed, verified sale from a professional coin auction house. The coin was encapsulated and graded by a third-party grading company, and its stunning condition made it a one-of-a-kind piece in the eyes of collectors. Now you might be wondering how to find one of these rare nickels yourself. The answer is surprisingly simple. Check your pocket change, coin jars, old piggy banks, inherited collections, or bankrolls. You never know what treasure may be hiding in plain sight. Look specifically for 1990 nickels with the D mint mark, examine their surfaces carefully under a magnifying glass, and if you believe you have something special, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication and evaluation. Remember, one of the easiest ways to miss out on rare finds is by assuming common coins are worthless. History has shown us that coins once thought to be ordinary can turn out to be extraordinary under the right conditions. The 1990D nickel is a perfect example of this. To conclude, the 1990D Mint Mark 5-cent Jefferson nickel may look like just another coin at first glance, but its historical value, rare mint errors, pristine grading potential, and limited high-grade population make it one of the most sought-after coins for serious collectors. With a current market value of $73,654, this nickel is not just currency. It's a piece of American history that could be your next big discovery. So next time you come across a 5-cent coin from 1990 with a D mint mark, take a moment to look closer. It might be your lucky day. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins worth big money, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Leave a comment below if you think you found a rare coin and let us know what year and mint mark it has. You never know, you could be holding onto a fortune. Thanks for watching and happy treasure hunting! Welcome back to the channel, where today we uncover another hidden gem from American coinage history. If you have a passion for collecting rare coins, or if you simply want to know if the change sitting in your drawer could make you a small fortune, then this video is for you. Today we are diving deep into the fascinating story of the 1994 D Mint Mark Jefferson 5-cent nickel coin, a coin that may appear ordinary but could be worth as much as $62,837 in the current collector's market. So sit tight as we explore the coin's history, its unique features, what makes it valuable, and how you could possibly profit from finding one in your own pocket changed. Let's begin with a look back at the history of the Jefferson nickel itself. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel that circulated from 1913 to 1938. Designed by German-American sculptor Felix Schlag, the Jefferson nickel features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse, and his famous home Monticello on the reverse. This design has become a classic in American numismatics and has been used for decades, with only minor changes over the years. Now fast forward to the year 1994. The Denver Mint, represented by the D Mint mark, was one of the facilities responsible for producing Jefferson nickels that year. The Denver Mint produced millions of nickels in 1994, so at first glance, it might seem like any nickel from that year and mint would be quite common. But that is where the story takes a fascinating turn. You see, while the majority of 1994 D Jefferson nickels are worth only face value, a few rare examples have shocked the collecting world by selling for tens of thousands of dollars. These rare examples stand out due to striking errors, pristine condition, or unusual varieties that elevate them from ordinary to extraordinary. So, what exactly makes the 1994 D Mint Mark Jefferson nickel worth up to $62,837? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and error. First, let's talk about condition. Coins that are graded by professional grading companies such as PCGS or NGC can be evaluated based on their state of preservation. A 1994 D nickel graded as MS68 or higher, which means mint state 68 on the Sheldon grading scale, is incredibly rare. Only a tiny number of coins from each year survive in such high grades without any nicks, scratches, or signs of circulation. A 1994 D nickel in MS68 condition is like finding a needle in a haystack, and when collectors come across one, the bidding war begins. But it's not just the condition that creates value. Certain 1994 D nickels have been found with rare mint errors that dramatically increase their worth. Some examples include double die obverse, where the design appears doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. Others may have off-center strikes, broad strikes, or clipped planchets. These errors are unintentional and quite rare, but they are highly desirable to collectors who specialize in error coins. If you are lucky enough to find a 1994 D nickel with a dramatic mint error in high-grade condition, you could be holding a coin that's worth over $62,000. Let's also take a moment to talk about how these coins are authenticated and sold. If you believe you have a 1994 D Jefferson nickel that could be valuable, the first step is to examine it carefully under magnification. Look for signs of doubling, misalignment, or unusual features. If you see anything unusual or if the coin appears to be in flawless condition with no wear, it might be worth getting it professionally graded. Companies like the Professional Coin Grading Service or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation offer grading services that will not only verify the coin's authenticity, but also assign a grade that determines its market value. Once your coin is graded, you can sell it through high-profile coin auctions, dealers, or online marketplaces. Coins that are rare and in high demand often spark competitive bidding, and it's not uncommon for them to fetch astronomical prices. The highest recorded sale of a 1994 D Jefferson nickel was for $62,837, a price that stunned even seasoned numismatists. That coin was graded at the highest known level, featured a rare error, and had perfect eye appeal. When all these factors combine, you end up with a modern coin that's worth a life-changing amount of money. But here's the exciting part. Because nickels are not often scrutinized as closely as other coins like pennies or quarters, many people overlook them. That means there could still be undiscovered treasures hiding in everyday pocket change, bank rolls, or old coin jars. You don't need to be a professional to get started. All it takes is curiosity, attention to detail, and a bit of knowledge. Always check your change and keep an eye out for coins with high mint states, strange features, or odd appearances. You never know when you might come across a 1994D nickel that's hiding in plain sight. In conclusion, the 1994D mint mark Jefferson 5-cent nickel may seem like just another coin in your hand, but it carries with it a legacy of American craftsmanship, economic history, and hidden value. While most of these coins are common and worth only a few cents, rare examples with exceptional condition or minting errors can be worth tens of thousands of dollars. With the highest known sale reaching a jaw-dropping $62,837, this is one coin you definitely want to look out for. So, what are you waiting for? Start checking your coins, visit your local banks, ask for nickel rolls, and begin your treasure hunt today. Who knows, the next 1994D nickel worth a fortune might be waiting just beneath your fingertips. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like this video if you found it helpful, subscribe for more rare coin stories, and turn on notifications so you never miss another opportunity to discover history and wealth in your pocket. Until next time, happy hunting and good luck with your collection. Welcome back to another exciting episode on our channel, where we uncover the hidden treasures hiding in your change jar, your wallet, and even your couch cushions. Today, we're going to take a deep dive into a very special coin that has taken the numismatic world by storm. We're talking about the rare and valuable 2020p mint mark Jefferson 5-cent nickel coin that is currently worth a jaw-dropping market value of $52,836. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that was minted just a few years ago in the year 2020 and originally valued at only 5 cents, now has some very rare variations and minting errors that have made it one of the most sought-after coins among collectors and investors alike. So don't go anywhere, because this is one coin story you absolutely don't want to miss. Let's start with a bit of background history on the Jefferson nickel series. The Jefferson nickel has been in continuous production by the United States Mint since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. It features the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse or front side of the coin. The reverse side features his famous home, Monticello. Over the years, the design has seen a few updates, but the coin continues to be an iconic staple in American coinage. Now coming to the 2020 Jefferson nickel, this coin was minted at multiple facilities including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Today, our focus is on the 2020p mint mark nickel, which was minted in Philadelphia. Under normal conditions, this coin should be quite ordinary. However, certain rare variations and errors have made this coin extremely valuable. The 2020p Jefferson nickel in question is known for having unique characteristics such as dramatic die clashes, off-center strikes, double dies, missing edge lettering, and in some cases, even unintentional planchet errors. These rare errors significantly increase the coin's value to collectors who are constantly on the hunt for minting mistakes that are extremely limited in number. One of the most valuable 2020p nickels discovered so far was graded by a professional coin grading service and authenticated as having a dramatic obverse die clash, which means that the dies struck each other without a planchet in between, leaving an impression of one die on the other. This kind of error is incredibly rare and has been documented only in a very limited number of 2020p nickels. Another key factor in determining the value of a 2020p nickel is its grade. Coins that are preserved in mint state condition, especially those graded MS 68 and above, tend to bring in the highest values. The coin we're highlighting today, worth over $52,000, was graded as MS 68 with a rare mint error. Its pristine condition combined with the unusual mint error made it a true treasure in the eyes of serious collectors. But how can a 5-cent coin that was minted just a few years ago be worth so much money? Well, it all comes down to rarity, demand, and condition. Mint errors and coin anomalies are always in high demand because they are one-of-a-kind pieces. Think of them as artwork. A regular copy might be worth very little, but a limited edition with a printing mistake could be worth thousands or even millions depending on who's collecting it. The same concept applies to coins. In 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic disrupted mint operations and coin circulation patterns in the United States. This led to limited production runs, inconsistencies in quality control, and rare die anomalies that managed to escape into circulation. These rare coins are now being found by sharp-eyed collectors who understand that even recent coins can hold immense value. Let's talk about the physical characteristics of the 2020 P-nickel. It weighs 5 grams and is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel. It has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters and features the standard Jefferson profile on the front. The mint mark P appears on the right side of Jefferson's portrait, just below the motto, "In God We Trust." If you happen to come across a 2020 P nickel in your pocket change, the first thing you should do is examine it carefully under a magnifying glass or coin loupe. Look for signs of doubling in the letters or numbers. Look for areas where the coin seems off-center or where images seem to be clashing. Also, check for missing elements like part of the design or rim. Should you find something unusual, your next step is to have the coin professionally graded and authenticated. You can send your coin to services such as PCGS or NGC, which are the top professional grading services in the world. A properly graded coin with a rare error can instantly multiply its value several thousand times over. Some 2020 P nickels have been sold on online auction platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and great collections for tens of thousands of dollars. And as more collectors become aware of the rare variations from the 2020 minting year, demand is expected to increase, potentially pushing values even higher. It's incredible to think that a coin minted just 5 years ago can now be worth over $52,000. It just goes to show you that it pays to look closely at your change. You never know what treasure might be hiding in plain sight. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another update on valuable coins. Share this video with your friends and family because they too might be holding onto a hidden fortune without even realizing it. Leave us a comment down below if you've ever found a valuable coin or if you have a 2020 P nickel in your collection. We love hearing from our viewers and might even feature your coin story in an upcoming video. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep checking your change because your next coin could be worth a small fortune. Until next time, happy collecting!